Hey, your company was just on TV. Mark was being interviewed.
Really? I heard the TV crew came to the office, but I didn't know Mark was going to be on.
I haven't seen him since I changed jobs, but he hasn't changed a bit. Still as handsome as ever, even from a guy's perspective.
But you didn't work with Mark for very long, did you?
No, I left the company a few months after he arrived.
I thought you were bad at remembering faces, but you seem to remember Mark well. I guess someone like him really leaves an impression.
He was pretty memorable. We both love cars, so we bonded over that. I even gave him a ride home once when his car broke down at work.
You drove with Mark? Oh, I'm jealous.
It was only about 15 minutes. Did you know Mark's from America? He knows a lot about American cars, too. I remember that everyone even called him Superman at the office.
They still do. Mark can solve any problem that comes up.
Well, he's good at his job, speaks English, and is even handsome. He looked so confident on TV, too.
I wish I could have seen it. You didn't record it, did you?
No, I didn't. You really wanted to see him that badly? You see him every day at work, don't you?
But it's different. I wanted to see him on TV. Mark is everyone's idol at work. I wish I could be someone everyone relies on like that.
You could be like that too, Sarah.
No way. I'm always making mistakes and holding everyone back.
I suppose Mark wasn't perfect from the start either. We can all change if we try hard enough.
You're so positive, John. I never even thought about changing myself.
You always put yourself down. It makes me sad to hear that. You should have more confidence in yourself. You have to believe you can change.
You're right. I'm going to become like Mark.
What do you mean?
I'm going to strive to be someone like Mark. I want to change. I want everyone to rely on me. And I want to earn Mark's trust as my boss. I want him to think he can count on me to get the job done.
I see. It's good to have goals.
The higher the goals, the better, right? I'll start by focusing on the work right in front of me. I'll work hard, step by step.
That sounds great. I'll support you. When I changed jobs, you supported me a lot. You made dinner every day and did the cleaning. If you're gonna focus on work, I'll support you with the household chores.
Really? Then I'll do my best.
I believe in you, Sarah. You've always been capable. You just need to recognize it yourself.
Thanks, John. I'm feeling motivated already. I'll show you and everyone at work what I can do.
That's the spirit. Just remember, it's important to maintain a balance. Don't push yourself too hard, okay?
I won't, don't worry. I'll find a good balance. I'm just excited about this new goal and to start making positive changes.
That's great. I'm proud of you for wanting to improve yourself. And if you ever feel overwhelmed, you can always talk to me.
Thanks, John. I appreciate that. It means a lot to have your support.
That's what partners are for, right? We're in this together.
Yes, we are. I'm lucky to have you, John.
And I'm lucky to have you too. So do you have any specific plans on how you're going to start this self-improvement journey?
I think I'll start by organizing my work better. And I'll ask Mark for some tips on time management. And maybe take on some extra projects, which might cause me to stay later at work, though. But I want to show Mark that I'm dedicated.
That sounds like a good start. Just make sure you're not overworking yourself.
I won't. I'll be careful.
Okay. And remember, I'm here if you need any help or advice.
Thanks, John. I really appreciate it.
You're working late again. Good job.
Is it that late already? I'm sorry, I might need a bit more time.
No problem. I've taken care of the chores. I've made dinner too, so just heat it up before you eat.
Thanks. Oh, it's such a relief to have dinner ready when I get home. I'm too tired to cook anything.
You're welcome. You're working really hard lately. You used to put yourself down a lot, but I can see a change in you.
I'm not sure, but every day feels fulfilling. Mark even praised me the other day.
Really? What did he say?
He said I've been working hard lately.
That's great. Mark really pays attention to his team.
I was so happy. I feel like I'm getting a little closer to being like Mark.
You really like Mark, don't you?
I feel like something's starting to change, not just internally, but how others see me too.
I'm sure everyone's noticing your changes. With how hard you're working every day, you'll see results soon. But don't overdo it, okay? You've been working overtime a lot.
Strangely, I don't feel tired at all. Maybe I'm on a work high.
You might be in the zone, but be careful. Once you lose that focus, fatigue can hit you all at once. Take a break sometimes, okay?
I will, don't worry. I'm just excited about the progress I'm making.
I understand, but remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourself.
You're right. I'll try to find a better balance. It's just that when I'm at work, time flies by.
So tell me more about what's been happening at work. Any interesting projects?
Well, Mark assigned me to lead a new project. It's a big responsibility.
Well, that's fantastic. He must really trust your abilities. What's it about?
It's a new customer retention strategy. Mark thinks my ideas could really make a difference.
That's amazing, Sarah. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. I'm a bit nervous, but excited too.
You'll do great. Just remember to balance work and rest, okay? And ask for any help if you need it.
I will. I'm just so motivated right now. Mark said he's always available if I have questions.
That's good. It's important to have a supportive boss.
Yeah, Mark is amazing. He's so knowledgeable and patient.
I'm glad you have such a good mentor at work.
Me too. I feel like I'm learning so much from him.
Just don't forget to take care of yourself too, okay?
I won't. Thanks for always looking out for me, John.
And just don't let overworking consume you entirely.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, make sure you have time for other things in life. Hobbies, friends, us.
Of course, work is important, but so are you.
I'm glad you feel that way. Well, good luck at work. Good morning, Sarah. Did you go out?
I'm at the office. I'll be back in the evening.
On a Sunday? You haven't had a day off in ages.
But I'm doing this because I want to.
I know, but you haven't had a day off recently. It's good to be dedicated to your work, but don't overdo it.
Are you telling me not to work? You said you'd support me.
I'm worried about your health. I think it's great that you're working hard, but you're pushing yourself too much.
I'm fulfilled with my current life, so just leave me alone.
I can't do that. Sarah, you've been acting strange lately. You're never home on weekdays or weekends. Aren't you too obsessed with work?
I'm not acting strange. I'm hardly ever home because I'm working hard. You're the one who said I could change if I tried.
I did say that, but it's pointless if you ruin your health. I want you to take care of yourself as much as you do your work.
I guess you just don't like how I am now. You don't like that a woman is succeeding at work, do you? You're afraid I might become better at my job than you. Ugh, you're so small-minded.
Wait, how did we get here? I'm not saying this because I don't like it. I'm happy for you succeeding at work, but I don't want you to push yourself too hard.
Liar, you're trying to hold me back. You've always been sneaky like that, John, pretending to be nice while trying to drag others down. Please don't hold me back.
That's a misunderstanding. I've been supporting you as much as I can. I've been doing most of the housework, haven't I? If I wanted to get in your way, I wouldn't do all that.
I could do the housework if I wanted to. I'm just letting you have your moment. I don't need your support.
If that's how you feel, then do your own share of the housework. Why do I have to be talked to like this? You're really not yourself, Sarah. Did something happen?
Don't treat me like I'm crazy.
You're being cold towards me, too. Did you actually find someone else?
Are you accusing me of cheating? That's horrible. I don't deserve this.
It was just an example because you're clearly acting strange.
So if I work hard, you assume I'm cheating? How far are you going to look down on women? You're the one who's acting strange, throwing around accusations like that.
Okay, I was wrong. Even as an example, that was a poor choice of words. I'm sorry. I know you're working hard. I don't want to get in the way of your work, but you should take breaks sometimes. Work when it's time to work, rest when it's time to rest. You need balance.
You're so different from Mark.
Why are you bringing up Mark now?
Mark would praise me instead of nagging. In fact, who are you to lecture me? You're nowhere near Mark's level.
Why are you comparing me to Mark? That's not relevant right now.
I wish I had married someone like Mark, not a useless man like you.
What's gotten into you, Sarah?
Nothing's gotten into me. I'm finally just seeing things clearly.
Clearly, Sarah, you're not making any sense. Let's calm down and talk about this rationally.
I am being rational. You're the one who can't handle my success.
Success? Sarah, you're working yourself to the bone. That's not success, that's self-destruction.
Don't tell me what's healthy. You don't know anything about my work or what I'm capable of.
I know you're capable of great things, Sarah. That's why I'm worried. You're pushing yourself too hard.
You don't understand. Mark appreciates my hard work.
Again with Mark? Why does his opinion matter so much to you?
Because he understands ambition. He doesn't try to hold me back like you do. And it's about me becoming a better person, a more valuable employee.
I'm not holding you back. I'm trying to help you find balance.
I don't need balance. I need success.
But at what cost, Sarah? You're losing yourself in this pursuit.
I'm finding myself, John. For the first time, I feel like I'm worth something. This is the new me, the better me, the me that Mark believes in.
Mark this, Mark that. It's like you're obsessed with him.
I'm not obsessed. I admire him. He's everything I want to be.
And what about who you are now? What about the Sarah I married?
She was weak, useless. I'm becoming someone better.
You've always been worth something. To me, to your friends and family.
But not at work. Not until now.
Is work all that matters to you now?
It's not just work. It's about proving to myself that I can be more.
But you're already more than enough, Sarah. Can't you see that?
No, I'm not. Not yet. But I will be.
Sarah, please, let's talk about this. Something's not right.
Nothing's wrong except your attitude. Everything's finally right. I'm finally becoming the person I want to be.
At the expense of our relationship, of your health?
Sometimes sacrifices have to be made for growth.
But not like this, Sarah. This isn't healthy.
You just don't understand. Mark would understand.
Again with Mark? Stop comparing me to Mark. I'm not him, I'm me. Sarah, you need to tell me what's really going on with you and Mark.
Nothing's going on. I just admire him. He's just a good boss who appreciates my hard work.
Is that all? Because it seems like there's more to it.
What are you implying?
I'm not implying anything. I'm asking outright, what's going on with you and Mark?
Nothing. He's my boss. That's all.
A boss you seem to admire an awful lot.
Because he's a good leader, unlike some people.
What's that supposed to mean?
Figure it out yourself. I'm going back to work.
Sarah, wait!
No, I am done with this conversation. I have work to do.
It's Sunday. The office shouldn't even be open.
I have a key. I can work whenever I want. Some of us are dedicated to our jobs.
This isn't dedication, it's obsession. Let's talk about this when you get home.
No, I'm staying here, and there is nothing more to talk about. I'm going back to work.
Sarah, you need to listen to me.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not my boss.
I'm your husband. I care about you.
If you cared, you'd support me unconditionally.
That's not what caring means. Sometimes caring means telling someone when they're going too far. Sarah, I'm really worried about you.
Don't be. I'm fine. Better than ever.
You don't sound fine. You sound angry and obsessed.
I'm going now. Don't bother me again.
Sarah, wait! Mark! It's been a while. Do you remember me?
Of course I remember you. Your wife has been a great help at work. What brings you here today?
I'll get straight to the point. You're having an affair with my wife, aren't you? I know you were meeting her outside the office yesterday. How dare you, a boss taking advantage of his subordinate, and she's my wife.
Wait a moment. Your wife resigned from the company a long time ago.
What? Resigned?
Yes, I haven't met her outside the company in the past 3 months.
That's impossible. My wife goes to work every day.
If you don't believe me, you can check with the company.
Why would she resign?
Actually, there were some issues before she left. She started stealing my personal belongings. She began following me around both inside and outside the company. I was quite troubled. On top of that, she started showing hostility towards other female employees.
Towards female employees?
She claimed other female employees were flirting with me. This continued and started affecting work, so I had to give her a stern warning. That's when she said she would resign.
I had no idea. I knew she admired you, but...
But why did you think I was having an affair with your wife?
She's been acting strange lately, so I followed her yesterday, and I actually saw her entering your house.
What? I've never invited her to my home.
Was your door unlocked? Because she seemed to take out a key and open the door normally.
Don't tell me she made a spare key!
Mark, I'm so sorry for the trouble my wife has caused. I won't complain if you report this to the police.
I appreciate your understanding, John. This is a difficult situation for everyone involved.
I can't believe Sarah would do something like this. She's always been so honest and straightforward.
People can change, John, sometimes in ways we don't expect.
But to this extent, it's like she's become a completely different person. How long has this been going on?
The issues started about 4 months ago. At first, she was just very enthusiastic about work. But then she began to overstep boundaries, and then it escalated.
4 months? That's when she started talking about changing herself and becoming more like you. Can you tell me more? I need to understand what happened.
Well, it began with small things. I remember she suddenly became very eager to take on more responsibilities. I thought it was a positive change at first. She'd always volunteer to stay late even when it wasn't necessary. She'd bring me coffee even if I didn't ask for it. Then she started trying to spend time with me outside of work.
I see. I actually did encourage her about that. But I should have noticed something was wrong. She was working all the time, late every night, even on weekends. I thought she was just dedicated to her job, but...
I guess she's been maintaining the illusion of still working here until now.
I guess so. And can you also tell me about the stealing?
It started with small items from my desk, a pen here, a notebook there. Then it escalated to more personal items.
What kind of personal items?
Things like my tie clip, a family photo, even my spare glasses once. When confronted, she'd always have an excuse saying she borrowed them to study my style or that she found them and was returning them.
I can't believe this! She never showed any signs of this behavior at home! This is all my fault. I should have noticed something was wrong sooner.
Don't blame yourself, John. Sarah is responsible for her own actions. It's not uncommon for people to hide such behaviors from their loved ones.
No, I should be the one apologizing. I encouraged her to work hard, to be more like you. I had no idea she was causing you so much trouble. I never thought it would lead to this. But how did it progress to her resigning?
Well, the final straw was when she confronted one of our female interns rather aggressively. The intern had simply asked me a work-related question, but Sarah accused her of flirting with me. It created a very uncomfortable work environment.
That's terrible. I can't imagine how difficult that must have been for everyone involved.
It was a challenging situation. I had to call Sarah into my office and explain that her behavior was unacceptable. That's when she broke down and admitted to her obsession. She offered her resignation on the spot.
And you accepted it?
I felt it was the best course of action for everyone involved. I suggested she seek professional help, but I don't know if she followed through with that.
I see. And you haven't had any contact with her since then?
No, not until you mentioned she's been entering my house. This is very concerning, John.
I understand. What do you want to do about this situation?
What's important now is how we handle this situation. I think I need to file a police report. This is a serious invasion of privacy and potentially dangerous.
I completely understand. I won't stand in your way. In fact, I'll support your decision fully.
Thank you for understanding, John. I'm sorry it's come to this.
No, thank you for being honest with me. I needed to know the truth.
John, may I ask, how are you holding up?
Honestly, I'm in shock. I knew something was off, but I never imagined it was this bad.
It's a lot to process. Have you considered counseling? For yourself, I mean.
I hadn't thought about it, but maybe that's not a bad idea.
It might help you navigate this difficult time. And John, please don't blame yourself for any of this.
It's hard not to. I feel like I should have seen the signs.
These situations are often not as clear-cut as we'd like them to be. You've done the right thing by investigating and confronting the truth.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate your kindness, especially given the circumstances.
We're both victims here, John. The best we can do is to handle this as responsibly as possible.
You're right. So what's our next step?
I think I need to contact the police and file a report. Would you be willing to provide a statement?
Of course. Anything I can do to help resolve this situation.
Thank you. I'll contact my lawyer as well. We may need to pursue a restraining order.
I understand. I'll support whatever legal action you need to take.
I appreciate that, John.
Now, about Sarah.
Have you thought about what you're going to do?
Honestly, I'm at a loss. I don't even know where she is right now.
Maybe it's time to reach out to her family. They might be able to help.
That's a good idea. I'll give her parents a call. They need to know what's happening.
That sounds like a wise decision. They might be able to provide the support she needs right now.
You're right. This is bigger than just me. She needs help.
And I'm sorry you're going through this. I know this is a difficult time, but remember to take care of yourself, too. Please, keep me updated on the situation.
I'll try. Thank you for understanding, Mark.
Of course. Please keep in touch and let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
I will. Thank you again, Mark. I'll be in touch about the police report.
Take care, John. And be careful.
Hey, if you're at Mark's house, get out of there right now.
Huh? What are you talking about?
It's useless to lie about this because I saw you going into Mark's house.
How do you know that?
I actually followed you yesterday. I thought you were having an affair with Mark, but Mark said he's not involved with you. He also told me you quit your job because of some problems.
You contacted Mark? Why would you do that?
Stop bothering Mark. How did you even get a spare key for his house?
I just happened to find it.
Mark said he doesn't have a spare key. You stole his key and made a copy, didn't you? And I also heard that you also stole his personal belongings.
It was just a moment of weakness. I thought if I could use Mark's things or enter his room, I might get closer to being like him.
Do you understand that's a crime? Were you breaking into Mark's house every day instead of going to work? Or were you too busy stalking him?
Hey, don't say stalking. I just admired Mark and wanted to observe him up close.
That's what I'm saying is a crime. And how are you managing our living expenses if you were unemployed?
I used your savings.
You're kidding. You used the savings I've been building since I was single? We were saving that to buy a house. How much did you actually use?
About half of it.
Half? That's over $50,000. You wouldn't need that much just for living expenses.
Clothes and beauty treatments cost more than I expected.
Why did you spend so much on those things?
I wanted to put myself together, just like Mark.
You've really lost it. I don't understand why you'd break into someone's house either.
I was curious about how Mark lived.
Mark says he's going to press charges against you, and I told him he absolutely should. I'll even testify that I saw you entering his house.
Does that mean I might get arrested?
Mark might agree to settle out of court, but that's really up to him.
What should I do? I need to beg Mark to forgive me. I promise I'll never do it again.
Don't say anything to Mark. In fact, never go near him again. Stop causing trouble.
I won't do anything if I get close to him. I just admired Mark.
I know. You were so obsessed with Mark that you became cold towards me. I've been supporting you because I thought you were working hard, but I guess I was a fool.
I'm sorry for lying. I admire Mark, but you're the only one I love. I'm grateful for how you've always cared for me.
Are you changing your attitude because you're afraid I'll leave you? You'd be in trouble if Mark sued you for damages you can't pay since you're unemployed.
That's not it. I just want you to understand. Mark isn't as important to me as you are.
Stop lying. You stalked him because he didn't pay attention to you. If Mark had shown interest in you, you definitely would have had an affair.
It wasn't like that. I just wanted to change. I thought if I could get close to Mark, I might be able to change myself.
You did change, for the worse.
John, please, I know I made mistakes, but I never meant to hurt you.
But you did hurt me, Sarah. You lied to me for months. You stole our savings. You broke into someone's house. Do you have any idea how serious this is?
I do now. I don't know what came over me. It's like I lost control.
That's not an excuse. You're an adult, Sarah. You made these choices.
I know. I'm so sorry, John. What can I do to make this right?
I don't know if you can make this right. The trust between us is broken.
Please, John, I'll do anything. I'll get help. I'll see a therapist.
You should have done that months ago before it got to this point.
You're right. I should have. I was too proud, too stubborn. I thought I could handle everything on my own.
And look where that got us. Our savings are gone, you might face criminal charges, and our marriage is in shambles.
I know, it's all my fault. I take full responsibility.
It's a start, but it's not enough. Actions have consequences, Sarah.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I need time to think. This is a lot to process.
Are you going to leave me?
I don't know yet, but I can't stay in this house right now.
John, please, don't go. We can work this out.
I need space to clear my head.
How long will you be gone?
I don't know, as long as it takes for me to figure out what I want to do next.
What should I do while you're gone?
Get help, Sarah. Professional help. And start thinking about how you're gonna make amends to Mark.
Okay, I will. I promise.
Don't make promises you can't keep. Just do better.
Okay, John. I truly am sorry.
I know you are, Sarah, but sometimes sorry isn't enough. Sarah ended up paying a settlement to Mark and was ordered to stay away from him. We managed to get Mark to drop the charges, but the settlement was expensive. I divorced Sarah immediately, so her parents ended up covering the settlement. Her parents decided to keep her at home to prevent her from doing anything foolish again. They also repaid my savings Sarah had used up. Currently, Sarah is living with her parents under their supervision. She doesn't have access to cash or credit cards, so she can't go out freely. I think it's a fitting punishment for her reckless behavior and the trouble she caused others. I hope she never leaves her parents' house again. Thank you for watching until the end. If you found this video satisfying, please hit the like button. If not, please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your ratings and comments encourage us to create more content. We have many more videos that will give you that satisfying feeling, so please check out our other videos on this channel. We'll see you in the next video.